Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have an interesting keynote address coming up, and it is going to be on um, digital transformation in manufacturing, the essentials framework. For this particular keynote, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Nikhil Chaturvedi, EVP and Group Chief Digital Officer, JSW Group. Welcome, sir, for this interesting keynote, and handing over to you, sir.
Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Virtual Manufacturing CIO Summit organized by Elets Technomedia team. Thanks a lot for providing me with this opportunity to speak in such an esteemed conference where so many experienced manufacturing CIOs and their leaders are present. Today in this event, you will hear from the best experts about their experiences in technology enablement of manufacturing, Industry 4.0, and various other process automation. In order to set the stage, I like to share with you a framework of essential components or a wireframe model in order to achieve manufacturing excellence. It's based upon my direct and vicarious indirect learning in oil and gas, mining and metals, and chemicals industries. You will find some inclination towards process manufacturing in all the experiences that I'm sharing, including continuous, repetitive, and batch manufacturing. Now, but the framework is still applicable for discrete manufacturing as well. And you will find that many of the components related to essential framework that I talk about can be utilized across various types of manufacturing companies. Anyway, plenty of documentation on discrete or assembly line kind of manufacturing is available. So this will only add to diversifying the manufacturing base and their knowledge bases. Another important information that I want to share with you is about technology and what do I mean by tech. At JSW, we have been taking a very comprehensive approach about technology, which is on IT, OT, and digital. What we have realized is that all three are so closely intertwined that if we really want business to be benefited, they need to be seen in their entirety. And hence, the comprehensive tech vision is extremely important. So, in this essential framework, the first essential that I feel is that we should have a vision, strategy, and roadmap for our tech enablement of the business. And this vision should be completely aligned with the business strategy. If it is not, then it will become a practice uh, which would not be able to produce the desired business results. Mostly, we have seen in the past that IT has been following the business, but slowly we are realizing that IT, digital, or technology can also lead business by opening new vistas of opportunities for them. You would realize that many companies accumulate projects based on ideas and execute them without a very clear vision and roadmap. And that's a trap that we need to avoid. The digital list of projects should not be just an accumulation of random ideas, but they should be structured and clustered in a strategic manner. And then we need to have proper principles for prioritization of those projects. For example, technical feasibility, ROI, user desirability, and the efforts for implementation. So this prioritization is very important because we have limited resources. We also experienced a very important thing that when it comes to safety projects and sustainability projects, our objective should be not only ROI or financial benefits, but it is much bigger than that. So please keep that into account when you plan your strategy and the roadmap for digital projects. Essential number two, which I firmly believe in, is that we need to invest into building foundation. And this foundation is right from L0 systems to L5 systems. L0, which are at the PLC or sensors level, and L5, which is at integrated business and operational intelligence level. So this foundation, investing into these foundations is very important. And many manufacturing CIOs and CDOs will agree with me that we have grown through not just organic route, but also through inorganic route. And because of that reason, we have got now a plethora of applications, databases, and technologies, automation technologies available in our plants. While we cannot change that, but we can ensure that they are all harmonized and integrated through integration layers. Okay. And there are many companies that provide platforms for integrating IT and OT. But it's also important to make sure that we are investing into foundation and filling in those patches in various plants of yours. Some of them may still not have L2 applications or L3 applications, so invest into foundation. Digital rests on the foundation of IT and OT. Okay. Then secondly, we need to invest into training. Please make sure that every investment, every rupee of investment in training actually brings multifolds of returns to the organization. Then also invest into the connectivity and networking in the plants and or remote mine sites or remote project and construction sites, which companies like us who are into mining, metals, and energy, etc., often face. I would like to share one experience with you. When I joined as GET, I was asked a question: who do you think goes to a project site first? And not just me, but various members of my GET batch were guessing about different departments. And then the right answer that was told to us was civil engineering. Civil engineering are responsible for creating the foundation and the path for uh, for a project site or for a new site. But this paradigm has changed over the years. Now, the first person or team that goes to uh, a new project site is the IT infrastructure and networking team, without whom even the digital team, even the civil engineering team cannot work successfully. Okay, so that's the importance of investing into the foundation. Now, in this essentials framework for digital or technology, the third essential consists of three dimensions. First dimension is automation, which means, as I mentioned earlier, we need to invest into unmanned operations, paperless operations, and Excel-less operations. Second dimension is about integration, which is OT and OT integration first, like L2 to L3, and then L1 to L2. But at the same time, uh, then we need to think about IT and OT integration. So that's integrated, seamlessly integrated landscape is of paramount importance. I forgot to mention that in my first dimension of automation, there are various technologies that can help you in achieving automation. For example, robotics, unmanned cranes, yard management system, etc. The third dimension is of intelligence. We need to infuse intelligence like through advanced analytics, AI, ML, etc., uh, where we provide a platform for unified BI and OI to our business persons so that they can do efficient decision making, taking into account business as well as operational information for wiser decision making. Some examples of projects that get enabled by this are predictive quality and predictive maintenance. Fourth essential in this essential framework is we need to make environment, health, safety, and sustainability as an integral part of manufacturing strategy. For example, sustainability-led R&D, wherein sustainability leads the new product development and the process designs for manufacturing purposes. So please make sure that EHS or worker safety is an integral part and most important consideration while we are doing our digital projects planning. And at the same time, sustainability is taken into account for every process that we are designing. At the same time, uh, I'd like to share one experience that there are various technologies for tracking and tracing workers, especially in harmful chemical, oil and gas, mining, metals plants, etc. So one option is like you have RFID tag based sensors that can be sensor tags that can be placed in their pockets. We found them to be more useful than smart helmets because there are so many employees who are in the plant, but they are not actually workers. They may be sitting in admin building or in finance and IT departments. So they may not be wearing helmets all the time, and we may not be able to track them just through smart helmets. So we have found that the RFID based sensor tags are more useful. Then essential number 5 is standardization at the core and innovation at the edge. Many people feel that standardization is contrary to innovation. Actually, it's not. The more you standardize, the more funds, time, efforts, and skill sets would be available at your disposal for innovation purposes. So please try to standardize as much as possible. Example, for ERP, we standardize most of the times. So try to also standardize uh, from plant point of view with historians, robotics, energy management, water management systems, security surveillance systems using intelligent cameras and drones, etc. So while plant automation from L0 to L3 level may be difficult because of inorganic growth and acquisitions, etc. But still, for various things, as I mentioned, related to historians and robotics and energy water management systems and security surveillance, etc., we still have a lot of scope for improving the standardization in the whole organization. So, with that essentials framework, I would like to wish you a very enriching event. Please contact me if you'd like to discuss any of these points with me in more detail, and if you like to brainstorm on the essentials framework, I'll be very happy to get connected with you through emails or through LinkedIn, etc., and continue this dialogue among ourselves. So, once again, thanks a lot. Hope this session was enriching for you, and hopefully the rest of the sessions today would be equally or even more enriching. See you.
Okay, thank you, sir, for such a great session, and thank you for the time taken and joining. Thank you for being the part of this manufacturing CIO summit. So, as a token of appreciation, we would like to hand over a certificate to you. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Nikhil Chaturvedi, EVP Group Chief Digital Officer, JSW Group, for joining the session. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot. And thanks for inviting me to be here.